welcome to the new video. In this video, we're going to talk about backtracking. We are now starting with backtracking and stuff, and we'll be discussing about what is actually backtracking and how we can actually simulate it. Okay. So, this video and coming 2-3 videos will be about backtracking and stuff, and we'll be solving some model questions about backtracking. Okay. So, if I talk about backtracking, see. If I tell you with a very simple example, what is backtracking? Let's say you have a solution 1. Okay, let's say you have a solution 1 and or maybe let's try to complicate it a little bit. Let's write a mathematical form for this. Let's say you have a set of solutions and you don't know which solution will work for your question Q. You don't know which solution will work for question Q. Okay, let's say you perform S1. You perform S1 on Q and you realize that this doesn't tend to the accurate answer, or this doesn't tend to the actual solution. So what you will actually do is go back to your solution set, or from where you started. This is what is known as backtracking. Now again you try with S2. You see that S2 is also not the solution. So you again come back. You backtrack. Okay, this coming back is a little bit different, like in terms of terminology. Okay, otherwise it's exactly same what is actually happening. Okay, it's exactly same, don't worry about it. Okay, little difference. And after that, what will happen? I'll try S3 and I find that S3 is my solution, and I say that S3 is my final solution. Okay, so if I want to make you realize with a very simple example, let's say this is a road. Okay, this is a person. He approaches here. Now from here he has two solutions, S1 and S2. What he does is he goes to S2. At some point he'll realize that this will not tend to the solution. This is not the actual solution. Okay, so what he does is he comes back, he backtracks from the point where he started. Remember, he backtracks from the point where he started. Okay, he backtracks to the point, and from here he tries the another solution which is possible. Something like this. So how it is actually being simulated? It's like step 1, then realize that this is not the actual solution, so this is step 2, and then we go to step 3. Remember this. You come back to the starting point of your, from where you actually started implementing your solution, or you come back to a state. Right? So I hope I am clear with what is actually backtracking. Right? So if I want to tell you a very simple example, a very simple template about backtracking, what actually happens is, if I talk about a very simple example template, you make a function. Okay, and what you do is try all possible ways. Okay, you try all possible ways. Check. Inside that, you check if this tends to the solution. Okay, if it does, move forward. Otherwise, backtrack. That means, let's say you tried a way. Let's say you have to fill this place. If I be very simple, let's say there are 2 places. Okay, you have to fill the first place with A, so you filled it with A. Now in the next place you can place a vowel. What you can do, you can place a vowel. Apart from A, what are the other vowels? Here I can place A, E, I, O and U. Okay, but I don't have to place A. So these are my options. So what I'll do is I'll try all the 25 alphabets here. Okay, And let's make a little bit a trickier question. Let's say you have two places. First position is filled with A. The next position should be with U. With B, if I try to modify it, last vowel of the alphabet. Last vowel of alphabet. So what is the last vowel if I talk about? It is U. Okay. So what you do is you try all the possible ways here. All the possible ways. What are all the possible ways? Let's say you are a very naive programmer. You try all the 25 alphabets. Okay. So what you do is you place here B and then you check this. Is this okay? No, this is not okay. So you remove B. You backtrack. Now you try C. You again check this. Is it okay? Again no. So you again backtrack. I hope you are able to understand. Okay. Now if I talk about how this checking is done, this checking is always done with the help of an auxiliary or extra function, I could say. Extra or a helper function. You can write the logic here as well, but it will be very complicated. So better avoid and make an extra helper function. And what will it return? You have to check. So for checking, I need to create a Boolean function. The function will be a Boolean type. If it is a valid sequence, or if I say it is a valid solution, I return true. Otherwise, I return false, and I can backtrack. Okay. So I hope I am clear with what I am trying to say here. And this is a very simple template of how backtracking actually works. Okay. Now in the coming next problems, if I talk about the problems that exist for this, the problems are like, I told you one question already, Sudoku solver. There is one M coloring problem. There is a rat in a maze. Queen's problem. These are some standard backtracking problems where you can actually understand the crisp of backtracking. Okay. So we'll be solving these two, will be done by me, and these two will be done by you, and we'll discuss in practice session as well. Okay. So in the coming lectures, I'll be discussing about these things. We'll be discussing about how actually Sudoku solver and how rat in a maze is being done. Okay. So I'll try if I can make this Sudoku solver and rat in a maze. If I'm not able to make it, then we will for sure make this Sudoku solver done today, and tomorrow we'll be coming up with a rat in a maze problem. Okay. So I hope you understand what is backtracking, how things actually work out. Okay. I hope you are very clear with this. In this, what you will do, you'll try all the possible ways. Okay. Here you check if the current way that you are executing will it tend to a solution. If it doesn't tend to a solution, if it does, then you move forward, and if it does not, you backtrack and you come back to the starting point. You come back from the point where you actually started implementing that solution, and then again you try with the another solution that is possible. And this all checking will be done with the help of an extra helper function, which will be of a Boolean type. Okay. So I think that you are not able to understand this concept, I guess, because it is a bit of theoretical, but I'll show you how I'm using this concept to solve this Sudoku solver. Okay. I'll help you understand how things are actually happening so that we can move forward. Okay. So yeah, this was all about the lecture, guys. I hope you understood how things are actually happening. Okay. Yeah. So that's it for this lecture. If you guys want to see these lectures, if you guys want to access this lecture, access this course, the Z2H course by me, you'll have to fill a Google form that is in the description, because these lectures are not available publicly on my YouTube channel. You'll have to go via link, and to go via link you need to join the WhatsApp group, and to join the WhatsApp group you have to fill the Google form as well. Okay. So I hope you are very clear. I know that your placement seasons are coming very soon, so I'm trying to upload 3-4 videos or 2-3 videos in a day so that we can quickly cover a lot of topics and we can quickly revise as well in the practice sessions. Okay. So please be with me. For the students, those who are staying with me and working hard with me, be honest and like trust me. Okay. Don't worry. I've already cracked many companies. I've already worked with many companies and I know how things are actually happening. Okay. So trust me, trust my process and stay with me. We work out for 7-8 months consistently, and then let's talk about placements. Okay. Don't worry about it. Okay. So if you guys need anything, any complaints, any suggestions, do let me know in the chat section or in our group. I'm very open to the constructive criticism and I'll help you guys for sure. Okay. So till then, take care guys. I hope you are doing absolutely fine, and bye bye.